It's an honor to be here. And you are right, Dr. Atkins, you're not a roaster. A year ago, we came to, we met Jay. The first thing he said to us was, you're in Hollywood, you shouldn't be so Jewish like you are. So we made some changes. He said you don't want to offend the non-Jewish people or the Jewish people. We are Hasidim, and we always start with the chasidish story. There's a very famous story about a man that goes to his Rav, to his Rebbe, his rabbi, but a real rabbi, not like from your list. A Rav. He says to his Rav, you'll never believe what happened to me. My son left the house and became a Christian. The Rav says, shh, never believe what happened to me. My son left the house too and became a Christian. So what do? The Rav said, we pray to God. They prayed to God and God answered and said, you never believe what happened to me. They're making friendly. Make it friendly. Sie ist nicht in ganz Jeden. Sie ist nicht in ganz Jeden. Sie brechen mit der Tunnel gleich im Lied verteilt. We went to meet with Jay the first time in his where he works, by JTN, and we thought, they told us all the Jews they run the Hollywood, and this is the Jewish network, so we figured this is going to be the Choshever studios, a big thing. We thought Beverly Hills, the Rabbi, the whole thing. We did the map quest.
A shithole.
In the valley, dort, in Pritzichen, Fahrt, Machalichts, in the Ventura, man heißt auf Indicates in Ventura. Sacho. We met Jay. At that time, he was a Stückel krank, is sick. He wasn't feeling so good. He had problems with the breathing, the asthma, the respiratory problems. And we prayed for him. We sent a fax to the Wailing Wall. We tried to help. We didn't know what to do. Then one time when we ourselves needed the doctor, we asked Jay to make a recommendation. That's when we found out what the problem was. He sent us to a doctor. We went to the doctor. He checked out the eyes, the throat, and the chest. Then he grabs me right in the beitzim. So I slapped him. He hops out of the car. Dentist.
We have to find a new dentist.
Jay always wanted to make us feel comfortable in Los Angeles with all the different things that we like for eating. We eat only kosher food, unlike you, and he took us to a restaurant in the Pico Rabbitson, the fancy restaurant. We don't know from fancy restaurants. We go to Genender's Kosher Delight. We go Cafe on Lee. You never been there? So he took us to this fancy restaurant on Pico. I don't remember the name of it. It was they wanted to be French. And every waiter, Dorton, had a stickel, the kind of level. He had a small spoon in his jacket pocket. So we go, Entschuldig, why do you have a little small spoon like all the waiters? So he said, well, this is a very fancy restaurant, and we noticed the number one instrument that the clients keep dropping the small spoon. So we carry a small spoon here. We were very impressed. The next waiter we saw came out from the bathroom, and he had an orange string coming out of his bris. So we said, excuse me, what's mit der orange string? He said, this is a very fancy restaurant, and our owner makes sure we not only wash our hands in the bathroom, we're not allowed to touch our schmendrik, so we tie a string and pull it out with that. I said, how do you put it back in? He said, with a small spoon, we tuck it right back inside. Jay helped us to move into the apartment. We found so he helped us settle into the apartment. We were looking for furniture, and he told us to go to the Craigslist. So, have you been on the Craigslist? It's an amazing thing. There's a story with everybody on the Craigslist. We got into this conversation with the person selling something we need. So she wrote like this: must sell shelves, $100. So I wrote back, why do you have to sell? How about 25? So Yidden. She's moving out of boyfriend's apartment, could you do 85? I said, what happened with the boyfriend? 35. Said he didn't listen or care about me, and he couldn't handle my codependency issues. 65. I said, did he cheat? 40. She said, yes, how'd you know? 50. I said, I'd never cheat, I'd listen, I'd work with all your issues. 45. She writes, the shelves are yours, I'll bring them right over. She's been living with us for 2.5 weeks. We can't get rid of her or her shelves. Sedus. After the JTN. It's an incredible 20 years JTN. It's the art of JTN is taking 20 minutes